Welcome back to Smoky Ribs. I'm Russ Jones. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a chicken sandwich. We're talking about a pulled chicken sandwich. It's going to be topped with a homemade coleslaw, some pickles. It's going to be good. We're going to get started with it right after this.
If you wanna cook backyard barbecue till you get your feel, you come to the right place. Russ Jones Smoky Ribs. Smoky Ribs. Smoky
Let me show you my new toy here. It's not really a toy, but it's real functional in what I do outdoors. Plus I use it inside as well in my office when I'm editing videos. I'm referring to this beverage cooler. Now this thing is really slick. It's made by New Air. It's got a lock on it. If you want to keep people out of your cold beer, that's going to come in handy. And it will hold up to 90 beverages. You can't really sit out here in the sunlight, but if you'll look right here, you can see a blue light. It has a really cool looking effect inside at night. And like I said, I keep this right beside my computer while I'm editing videos. Very handy indeed. But another cool benefit of this is when I pull it outdoors, and by the way, this thing is very light. I picked it up earlier. It's not much heavier than an ice chest. But also, as I'm out here getting ready to smoke meats or whatever, if I had burgers or whatever, I can place this in here and keep this cool while I'm getting my pit up to temp or whatever. So it's very good in that aspect as well. One day I hope to have a covered outdoor kitchen, and this will be a permanent fixture out here as well. So I don't know of many guys that have their man caves and such as that wouldn't be interested in one of these. If you are interested, I'll have a link in the description for this particular one. They have bigger sizes and I believe a little smaller too if you're interested. All right, in front of me I've got two 6-pound chickens. Nice looking chickens, and earlier I spatchcocked them. If you don't know what spatchcocking is, that's simply removing the backbone from the chickens. And from there, you can either cut into the breastplate, or a lot of times you can just pop it. It'll pop open. And what it does is it lays very flat, as you see here, and it makes for very even cooking. Plus, it speeds up the cooking time. And I really like doing it this way. And under this, I'll have 2 pans, or you can have one big pan. I'm going to have beer directly under this. I'm going to have it sitting on the deflector plates in the pit, and that is going to steam beer into this chicken. To me, this is my preferred method over beer can chicken because you really get it in there. Now, I'm just going to take vegetable oil, and we're just going to coat this chicken. This is going to help the browning. You could use a canola, you can use grapeseed oil, you can use whatever you like. Now you can use whatever rub you like. What I'm using today is by Swine Life, the Mississippi Grind. This stuff is killer. It's good on pork, good on chicken, good on beef. It's really a good all-purpose rub, and that's what I'm using. We're just gonna season this generously. We'll make sure you get some on the inside. All right, he's looking pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and do the exact same thing on this other chicken here. If you'll look, right on top of the deflector plates, I've got 2 individual pans, and what I'm adding into that is just beer. Doesn't have to be an expensive beer. I'm using Miller Lite. I actually like cooking with Miller Lite. I don't like necessarily drinking it. I used to. It was, what was it? Tastes great and less filling, I think they said. But anyway, somewhere down the line, I migrated into Bud Light. That's my poison normally, but I do like experimenting with the local labels and such as that. So we're just going to put 3 beers in each one of these. Chicken will be right above it. It's going to be getting all this steam. If this turns out like the last time I did it on a Kamado style cooker, this is going to be one juicy bird. And so you know, I did not add water into the pit. This is the only moisture that it's going to have is strictly from this beer. Lay one chicken here. And we're going to lay the other chicken right beside it. I've got 3 probes here. I'm going to put one in the chicken breast right here. we got one going to the chicken breast right here. I'm going to monitor my temps. I mean, I've got the gauge on the pit, but this kind of gives me another reference. We're going to lay it right there. All right, so what I'm burning is post oak. Now I might be doing a little bit of mixture with pecan. If you'll look up here on top of the pit, I'm just keeping these warm. This is pecan, that's pecan over here. These are post oak, and I have more over here behind me. And the reason I got it stacked up like I do is because I'm wanting to run this, like I said, hotter than I usually do. Instead of 250, I'm wanting to go up no hotter than 350. All right, according to the Maverick XR50, I'm within 3 degrees from one chicken to the next. We're not quite at 160. My target temp in the breast is 165, but I am close enough to go ahead and start putting barbecue sauce on this. So we're going to do that right now. A few weeks ago on a video I did with T-Roy over there at T-Roy Cooks and Jack's Drinkwater, I featured or talked about this particular barbecue right here. This is Smokehouse Bayou. Local guys just right down the road. That's what we're using today on both these chickens. I know it's going to be good. This is a really good blend or combination of vinegar and sweet sauce, kind of all wrapped up in one. Really good stuff. Oh boy, that's a nice crispy skin. That's exactly why I went really hot on this. I say hot, no more than 350. It's ran pretty much between 325 and 350. And I have let it die down to just under 300 because we're so close now. It did its job. The skin is crispy. Now we're going to let this sauce set, and we're going to let this temperature get up to about, like I said, 165 in the breast. And we should be looking good. We got good pullback on the legs. You can just tell this chicken is just about there. That's at 64.1. That's as close to 165 as I need to get. Same thing there. Let's check it in the thigh. Oh yeah, we're at 174.9, 175. Let's check it in this thigh. 165. We're done. I mean, look at it. I used to never use a thermometer on anything. I'd go by the looks, the pullback, and things like that. But they are handy because it kind of takes the guesswork out of it. All right, I'm going to scoop a spatula up under this bad boy. Give it a little assistance with some tongs. I'm putting this over in an aluminum pan along with this one, and they're just going to hang out until I can work with these and do some pulling. Pulled chicken sandwich coming up soon. I'll let both chickens rest for a little while. They're still a little warm. Now what I want to do, we're going to pull it right here in this pan. There's no reason not to, but I want to pull this off. I'm going to take one of these chickens and we're going to carve into this breast just to see how we done here. Ooh, that's some sticky chicken. That's what I'm talking about. That is so moist. Nice and juicy. This is exactly what I was hoping for. So I'm going to put this back in this pan, and we're going to pull this, and we're going to debone this, and we're going to get this ready for some sandwiches. All right, my wife just happens to be a professional chicken meat puller, right? Okay, so she volunteered after I asked her if she would finish this chicken up because I'd rather take a little tidbit out of there and give it a try. Wait, just a little one.
That's not little.
Try some of that skin.
I will after I pull the chicken.
All right, well, you pull your chicken and I'm going to go get a beer.
Get out of my chicken.
Tarina has this chicken almost pulled, and so one thing I always do is add back in a little bit of the seasoning that I originally used on the outside because the inside never got any. All right, there you go. It's time to put this little bad boy together. And what we done is we took a layer of mayo and put on each bun, and we toasted it with the mayo already on there. We're going to pile on some of this pulled chicken. Oh heck, let's go with a little bit more there. All right, we're going to hold right there because we got more stuff going on this. Now I'm going to take some of the same barbecue sauce, the Smokehouse Bayou barbecue sauce. I'm telling you, this stuff is killer. All right, we're just going to drizzle that on there. That's enough. Now in this bowl, I've got some coleslaw that I made earlier, and I've done this in the past on other videos, and if you like the recipe, go to my website, smokyribs.com, and look on the recipes, and there is a printable recipe for this coleslaw. It's really good on pulled pork, and in this case, pulled chicken. We're just going to pile that on top. We're not going to overdo it. I want the chicken to be the star of this show. That should be good. And on top of this, and this is totally optional, these are hamburger dills. I'm just going to put one on top of this, and we're going to cap it just like that. Pulled chicken is a whole lot quicker to do than pulled pork. Now it's two different beasts, as you know, two different flavors, but it's really good stuff. All right, now I've got one more thing to put on this plate. We're going to do a taste test. This is Tarina's potato salad, and I always love this stuff. She puts the eggs in it. So good. I tell you what, before I actually taste this, I want to give this potato salad a try. I love her potato salad. All right, let's try it out. All right, here we go. Big mouthful. By the way, these are brioche buns. Man, do you ever bite into something and it's like instantly, you know how good it is? That's what this sandwich is. This is a really good chicken sandwich. Man, those flavors. This is the epitome of good barbecue, in my opinion. The smoke from that offset, the two woods I use, that post oak. I could smell that wood. I've never smelled that before. That particular smell from wood, I knew then it was going to impart a great flavor. And once again, with this offset, it's not over smoky. It's just like the perfect amount. I love that smoker. Absolutely love it. Excellent sandwich, and compared to pulled pork, it's just as good. It's just chicken versus pork, but a whole lot less expensive. But by the time you put the coleslaw on here and everything the way I did it here, you're gonna have a really good experience with it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you give this a try, and until next time, smoke your ribs.